Okay, a very good afternoon to you all, dear students. Today is our first class for water resource engineering. The subject code is CE702. Okay, so first we will discuss the syllabus because I need to tell you what modules I will be teaching to you all subsequently in our further classes, and then we will discuss a little bit a small topic from our first module, and that will be enough for today's class. I'll also tell you the name of the books you need to follow for water resource engineering. So here is the syllabus. You see, there are total 9 modules in this water resource engineering subject. There are 9 modules. So from module 1 up to module 4. Okay, from module 1 up to module 4 I'll be teaching you the subject, and from module 5 up to module 9 one more faculty is there. He will be teaching you from module 5 to module 9. So what is the content in module 1 to module 4? You can see it's regarding hydrology. In module 1 there are topics like catchment area, hydrologic cycle, measurement of rainfall, rain gauges, estimation of missing rainfall data. Means everything related to rainfall and its measurement, right? It is in module 1. The lecture are allocated to this particular module is 4 hours. So hopefully we will cover it in 4 hours. If it is not covered in 4 hours, we will spend some more time. It's absolutely okay. Then module 2, you see, it's the further elaboration of the topics which will be covered in module 1. So evaporation, evapotranspiration, infiltration, factors affecting runoff, estimation of runoff. You see that all these are factors which are involved in hydrologic cycle or the water cycle, which we have studied in our childhood. Since childhood we have studied the water cycle. So these are the factors which affect the water cycle, right? Evaporation, evapotranspiration, infiltration. The very much details are given in this particular module 2. The lecture allocated is 4 hours for this also. Then the third module, you see, it's stream flow measurement, direct and indirect methods, examples, stage discharge relationships. Okay, so that means how do we measure the flow of a stream? That method is discussed in module 3. See students, hydrology basically it's everything concerned with water, its movement, its occurrence, the measurement of velocity of water and all that. Okay, hydrology itself means the science of water. Okay, hydro means water and logy is the study of water. We will discuss in details. And the fourth module is the hydrograph. Hydrograph is the measurement of rainfall intensity. Okay, we will discuss in details in our subsequent class. Hydrograph simply means the study of the rainfall intensity. We plot rainfall intensity with time. Okay, and various kinds of hydrographs are generated. The rain gauges that we use, that also helps in measurement of intensity of rainfall, amount of rainfall. You must have seen that the rainfall intensity or the rainfall occurrence in an area is given as, suppose, 50 mm or 70 mm water. You will if you listen to news, you will see that in an area the rainfall has taken place around 500 millimeter of rainfall. So that is the measurement which is calculated using rain gauge, and from there the subsequent graphs are generated. We will discuss in details how hydrographs are generated, how they are utilized for studying the rainfall intensity and everything. So since today is the first day, we will not go into very much technical details. We will start with module 1. We will study a very brief topic, catchment area and hydrological cycle or hydrologic cycle. We will just a little bit elaborate on this particular topic, and then we will end today's class. Okay, we will start the first module, catchment area and the hydrologic cycle. So this is the first module. So first of all, what I was talking, hydrology. What is that hydrology? Hydro means water and logy means the study. So in simple terms, hydrology means study of water. So when we talk about study of water in hydrology, it means study in all aspects. The occurrence means how water occurs, in what stages it is found in earth, how rainfall occurs, okay, how the water moves between earth and atmosphere. You know, water cycle is what? It's the constant movement, the constant circulation of water between earth and atmosphere, right? So that study is very much within hydrology. Then the various stages and the interaction of water with other living creatures, okay, that is also very much part of hydrology. You must have the idea of hydrosphere, biosphere, lithosphere. I think lithosphere is what? The land surface, earth surface, okay, that area where human beings, animals, plants exist, that is called lithosphere, okay. Hydrosphere is that particular part of water, okay, that particular part of earth where water exists, that is called hydrosphere. And there is one more thing called biosphere. What is that biosphere? It's the interaction of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. Atmosphere means the air, okay, that we breathe. The atmosphere up to say 18 kilometers from earth's surface exists the atmosphere in the troposphere region, okay, but the oxygen content goes on decreasing as we go higher and higher. That is why you must have heard that mountaineers, when they climb high mountain ranges, they take oxygen cylinders with them, or they feel problem in breathing while going up, right? So what I was telling, lithosphere, that is the land surface where we all exist. Hydrosphere, where water exists in earth surface only, and atmosphere, the air we breathe in, and the interaction of all these. In the set theory you have seen the union of all the sets. So that union of all the three things, atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere, that is called biosphere, okay, where we all exist and collaborate with each other. So let us see what is in the content for this particular module. We are just going to discuss a small topic, hydrologic cycle and catchment area. So as I have already explained, hydrology is the science that encompasses the study of water on Earth's surface and beneath surface of Earth, and the occurrence and movement of water. And what else is written? Physical and chemical properties of water and its relationship with the living and material components of the environment. So this is the bookish definition. In simple terms, hydrology means study of water, movement of water, okay, in the hydrologic cycle. We will discuss in details what are the components of hydrologic cycle. So how water moves between earth and atmosphere, then what are the properties of water, that also comes under hydrology, okay. Then the part of hydrology also includes, as I was telling previously, the movement of rivers, the speed of river, okay, because that affects development of dams, weirs, barrages, okay. So that study involves, the construction involves the study of the speed of river, okay, the source of river, what can be the maximum flood level when water inundates. When rainfall occurs in full phase in rainy season, many river that causes flood due to overspilling of water in the bank, around the bank. आप देखे होंगे, you must have seen that areas adjoining the river banks, that is mostly affected or worst affected during floods. So in order to control that flood, we need to know what can be the maximum flood level, how to control the pace of water, and how to build dams, at what point dams should be built to tackle this menace or tackle this threat of flood. Okay, so in this particular subject only you will see irrigation is also there, water resource engineering. In this particular subject you must see the syllabus that irrigation part is also there. There also we need to know much details about water so that it can be utilized for irrigation purpose. And one more subject is there in the 7th semester only, hydraulic structures. There you will study the dams, barrages, weirs, okay, and all those structure, embankments, all those structures which are built around the river. You will also study on river training, how rivers are shaped so that they don't affect the adjoining regions near the bank. Okay, you will see various hydraulic structures which are built around the river for forcing the shape of the river, like dikes, levees, okay, embankments, spurs, groins. So that is the part of hydraulic structures. So we move on. I think you have understood what hydrology means. It's simply the study of water in its full phase. That means its movement, its characteristics, its interaction with the living creatures. Okay. Next we go to the topic catchment area. What is this catchment area? Catchment area is everything around the river or stream, every area. By everything I mean all the area encompassing the or adjoining the river. It's okay. Catchment area means the entire portion surrounding the streams and rivers, from where water will be collected and will go into the river or stream. So let us see what the definition says. The definition is saying catchment area is the area of land from which runoff comes into a stream and is called the catchment area of the stream. That means all the area adjoining the river and stream is called catchment. Okay, it is also known as drainage basin or drainage area. You will see also one more, let me tell you one more thing, that many times catchment area, drainage basin, river basin, and even watershed, these all terms are used interchangeably. Okay, means just like synonyms, means all these almost mean the same. Catchment area is the drainage basin or the river basin. It is also called as the drainage area, underlined over here. And many a times it is also referred to as watershed. Now there is a difference of opinion between people. Okay, many believe that watershed is different. Watershed is the dividing line between two catchment areas. Catchment area, that area which facilitates water into the river or stream. Okay, so between two catchment area, the dividing line is the watershed line. It is opinion of many people, but many people, many hydrologists believe that catchment area, drainage basin, river basin or watershed are all same. Okay, so don't get confused with that. For sake of convenience, we can say we can assume that watershed is the dividing line. It is also known as ridge line or dividing line between two catchment areas that differentiates between two catchment areas. I think the catchment area definition is clear to you all. Let us see this diagram. It will help you understand the catchment area more precisely. So this green, you see the green color. Suppose this is the river path, the path of the river. Okay, or here is the river, suppose, and these lines, these blue lines indicate the movement of water, and this green area, this is the catchment. This is the catchment of the drainage basin. Why it is catchment? Because from all this area you see water will be going into the river. Suppose there is a river adjoining. Suppose, see the cursor moving. Suppose here is the river. Okay, there is the river moving, and this area is catering, or this area is contributing to the water. So this is the catchment area adjoining a river. Okay. So I'll tell you some more interesting facts about catchment area. First, see, yes, the largest river basin or the largest catchment area in the entire world for a river is the Amazon river basin. You must have known, students, that the largest river in the entire world is river Nile, but the largest river in terms of volume of water, okay, means in length it's Nile river, but in terms of volume of water or the capacity of water holding, okay, in that the largest river in terms of volume is the Amazon river in South America. Okay, so Amazon river has got, since it's the largest river in terms of volume of water, so it has also got the largest river basin in the entire world. And what is the river basin area? It's over 23 lakhs square miles. Just imagine how huge, enormous size. Since it's the south, it is in South America continent, so this river basin crosses through many countries in South America. Okay, South America continent. Maybe some part in Brazil, Argentina also it may lie. I'm not sure, but it's in South America continent, that is for sure. Okay, it is the largest river basin, Amazon river basin. And there is also an ocean basin. You know, whatever may be the length or extent of a river, it is always smaller than ocean, because ocean is the amalgamation of many of the largest rivers and everything. And amalgamation of sea means the largest size is ocean, then comes the sea, then comes the rivers. So the largest ocean basin in the entire world is the Atlantic Ocean basin. Excuse me. It's the largest river basin in the entire world. What is the area? It's enormous. You see, 2 crore 69 lakhs square miles. Just imagine how enormous. 2 crore 69 lakhs square miles. 1 mile is 1.609 kilometers. Square miles. That means 2 crore 69,000. Just you can convert square miles into square kilometers, and you will see that it will be much more larger number. So it's enormous. It can contain many countries inside the basin only. Okay, then we will go to the hydrologic cycle or water cycle. As I've already explained, that hydrologic cycle or water cycle is the constant movement or constant circulation of water between earth and atmosphere. The rainfall we receive, then the snowfall in snow prone areas, just like in our country, in Darjeeling, in Sikkim, in Himachal Pradesh, in parts of Jammu and Kashmir, you see Ladakh region, which is very much in news now. So in all those areas snowfall occurs. Okay, in rest of the India snow does not occur, but precipitation occurs in the form of rainfall, right? So hydrological cycle is the constant circulation of water between earth and atmosphere. That means the process by which precipitation occurs, the process by which rainfall and snowfall, everything occurs, right? That process, and how this process is repeated, that is the hydrological or water cycle. You see in this diagram, it's shown that the water bodies like oceans, seas, the rivers and lakes, all these are what? All these are evaporating water due to heat from sun. Okay, these are evaporating water. Then the plants and vegetations, they are also releasing water due to the process of transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration is the process by which moisture is lost from plants and vegetations. You know, they undergo a process of photosynthesis. They utilize sunlight and they prepare their food. In the process, they transpire also. Just like human beings sweat, हमें पसीना आता है ना. Similarly, you see all the plantations, vegetations, all the plants, they transpire, they release water, okay, through the pores, they release water. That is called transpiration. And under sunlight, the process is accelerated. That is why many a times a word called evapotranspiration. What I am saying, evapotranspiration is also used frequently. Anyhow, the evaporation process is occurring. Water is being evaporated and converted into gaseous form. It's rising up. Okay, when it goes to a height of say 200 kilometers from Earth's surface, Earth's surface. When it goes 200 kilometers above from Earth's surface, then it condensates. Okay, condensates means it cools down, because previously it was heated. Water got converted into gaseous form, and it just moved in upward direction. Okay. Now, after having moved around 200 kilometers from Earth's surface, it cools down. Okay, and it condensates. It comes closer, and it forms clouds. You see, this is the condensation and formation of cloud. And you know, when enough of condensation occurs, enough of cloud is built, then it starts raining. It starts losing the moisture content that has been accumulated in due course of time, and that is precipitation. So that means evaporation, transpiration, then condensation for the formation of cloud, and then the clouds, they cause precipitation or rainfall. In hilly areas it causes sleet, hail, है ना, बर्फ गिरता है ना, and snowfall also. Okay, one more thing, let me tell you. When the rainfall occurs, precipitation occurs, the water comes again on Earth's surface. They are intercepted because there are mountains, there are plantation. In our cities and villages, there are houses, buildings. Okay, so those intercept. That means part of rain is trapped over there, part of rainfall is trapped over there, and gradually from there either it evaporates or it gradually falls down to the surface of Earth, from the plants top, from the buildings top. Okay, anyhow, so that is called interception. And the part of rainfall which flows on Earth's surface is called runoff. We will discuss in details. So part of water that flows on Earth's surface after rainfall has occurred is called runoff. So runoff ultimately goes into rivers and oceans, and the process continues. That is why the term cycle is used. Cycle is something which repeats itself, continuously repeats itself. So that is the hydrological cycle or the water cycle. So what are the components of hydrologic cycle? There are, see how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 broad components of hydrologic cycle. It's precipitation, runoff, evaporation, condensation, transpiration, infiltration, interception. These are the 7 broad components of this continuous hydrologic cycle, or continuous circulation of water between Earth and atmosphere, that involves 7 broad steps. We will see little details of these steps. The first one is precipitation. Let us see. See, this is the diagram for explaining precipitation. Once condensation has occurred, okay, clouds have been formed. The clouds cannot hold moisture for a long time, and they precipitate, they burst into rainfall. Okay, and this conversion of condensation into the moisture is called precipitation. It occurs in the form of rain, hail, snow, sleet. Okay, means not only in water form but in icy forms, hail, sleet, etc. The water comes, and that process is called precipitation. Precipitation simply means the clouds converting into rainfall or snowfall, whatever. Okay, that is called precipitation. Next is The next important step was runoff. Runoff, I have already told you, the part of water that comes on Earth's surface and flows on Earth's surface. It ultimately, you will see through drains and everything, the water, even if drain is not there, in open ground also, some water percolates into the ground and remaining water flows to a near about water body. So runoff is that part. Runoff is the water flowing. See what has been written over there. It is the water flowing over the land, making it way towards lakes, rivers, oceans, etc. You know, ultimate fate of water is ultimate fate of any. Ultimate fate means the ultimate destination. Okay, ultimate destination of water is when it comes on Earth's surface, it has to go to a larger water body. See, small stream will go into a larger stream will go into a larger river will go into a sea or ocean. Okay, so ultimate fate of water is to meet to its larger part. So water flows on Earth's surface. That water flowing on Earth's surface is referred to as runoff. Entire water does not flow on Earth's surface. A little bit of that percolates into the ground, and that forms the groundwater table. You must have seen wells, hand pumps. All those are groundwater, which we utilize in the form of hand pumps and infiltration wells. Okay, so part of water flowing on Earth's surface which goes into river, streams and oceans is called as runoff. I have made it clear that the entire water which comes on Earth's surface does not flow entirely on Earth's surface. A little bit percolates into the below the soil, and that forms the groundwater or water table. Okay, means water layer which exists below Earth's surface is called water table. Okay, so a part of runoff goes into the contributing water table or groundwater. Next step is evaporation. Evaporation is what? Heating of water bodies due to sun. The water evaporates and it forms. It rises up. You know, hot water rises up. When water becomes heated, it always rises up. It's the tendency or the natural phenomenon. Okay, water rises up. So evaporation is simply the heating of water bodies from where hot air rises up and they gradually goes to a distance of around 200 km from Earth's surface, and from there they condensate, they form cloud, and after that precipitation occurs. So the diagram you will follow. If there is any confusion, you can ask me. You can either give me a phone call or you can ask me via email. Okay. Next is condensation. Condensation, I have already explained that when hot air rises to a distance of 200 kilometers from Earth's surface, they condensate. They form huge cloud, and later on that cloud causes precipitation. Okay, so what the definition says, it is the conversion of vapor or gas to liquid. Okay, the hot air has is a conversion of vapor or gas to liquid. The water evaporates from water bodies like ocean, sea, river. Just one small correction. I have been frequently using the term 200 kilometers, 20 kilometers from Earth's surface, because up to 18 kilometers is troposphere. Okay, and cloud exists at 2-3 kilometers higher than troposphere, that is 20 kilometers. When the hot air rises to a height of 20 kilometers from Earth's surface, then it condensates, it forms cloud, it condensates and it starts raining, and other processes also, hail, sleet, you have seen. Then next is the infiltration. I have told you, students, that the part of runoff that comes on Earth's surface, a part of that runoff goes into Earth's atmosphere. A part of that runoff goes into Earth's atmosphere. A part of that goes into water table. A small portion of the runoff that goes into the water table contribution. Okay, means the entire part does not run off. You know, our earth is porous, and the soil, it allows water to go through the pores. So a part of runoff manages to go inside the water table or go into the groundwater. and from there groundwater level increases. You must have seen in rainy season all the wells, hand pumps, they are full of water. Even you will see few wells, they are full up to the brim, up to the neck. The wells are full of water. But in summer season, when rainfall is very scanty or very less, you will see that the wells are becoming dried. आपने देखा होगा पानी का लेवल बहुत नीचे चला जाता है गर्मी के सीजन में, और जब रेनी सीजन होता है तो वो कुआं जो है भरने लगता है. वो किस तरह से भरता है? हाउ इट गेट्स फिल्ड अप? Directly from rainfall. A part of the rainfall directly goes into the well, but it rises up because the groundwater table rises, because percolation of the runoff from the rainfall water that goes directly into the groundwater table, and due to the rising of the level of the water, the level in wells also increases. So that is infiltration, the part of runoff which goes into the groundwater table through the soil. Okay, the soil is of various types, you know, silt, clay, sandy soil, clay soil. You must have seen various types. Anyhow, somewhere in soils void is more, somewhere void is less. Okay, in rocky hilly areas the percolation is very less. Okay, but in plain areas the percolation is very much in higher quantity. So infiltration, and the last stage is the interception. Interception means what, students? The rainfall when it occurs, when rainfall occurs, a part of that falls on the top of vegetation, top of trees, and a part of that falls on the concrete jungle. Concrete jungle, I mean the buildings, the high-rise structures. Okay, the man-made structures. So once the part of rainfall falls on man-made structures, you see in our buildings when water falls on the roof, there is a proper arrangement for pipe connection so that the water goes into the drain. Am I right or wrong? In maximum residential buildings, in office, commercial buildings, in industrial buildings also, there is a provision for the water from the rainfall which gets collected on the rooftop to go into the drain. Even if it is not there, if there is no process for water from the rooftop to go into the drain, that water will gradually evaporate, and the water which falls on the top of trees and vegetation, that naturally goes into the surface of earth, and from there it forms part of the runoff, and part of that percolates into the ground. That is the infiltration. So interception means just the hindrance which is offered by some structures to the flow of the water during the rainfall. See what the definition says. Some amount of precipitation is evaporated back to the atmosphere, and another part of precipitation is intercepted by vegetation. So I think it's clear कि वो part बारिश का, rainfall का वो particular part that has been hindered or that has been restricted by, or that has been trapped by buildings, vegetations, etc. That ultimately that goes into the ground part only later on. It takes time, but it goes, or either it evaporates. If it is trapped over the rooftop of some, suppose there is a building where there is no provision for water to go down. Okay, no provision for water to go into the drain. From there water will evaporate naturally. Now the last segment, it's called water balance equation. Okay, water balance equation. What is the water balance equation? It's nothing but, you can see as we calculate incoming and outgoing, okay, or income and loss. Similarly, there is a water balance equation here. What it is says, that precipitation means amount of rainfall minus runoff, that is equal to evaporation. Okay, you can simply rearrange this equation and you will see precipitation is equal to evaporation plus runoff, means precipitation is equal to evaporation plus runoff. Here it is written. That means total amount of precipitation, okay, or total amount of rainfall is equal to evaporation that has occurred and the runoff of the part of water which has flown to the earth's surface. see, this equation can never be violated. जितना बारिश होगा, जितना रेनफॉल होगा, the total precipitation will always be the sum total of water which has evaporated into the atmosphere and part of water which has flown through the earth's surface and naturally in the process has joined streams, rivers and oceans. Okay, this equation can never be violated. There are more elements to this. This has been the larger equation. Precipitation is equal to evaporation plus runoff. If we further elaborate it, there are many segments, many part of it that we will discuss later on in due course of time. Since today is the starting class, so that's all for today. Please take very good care of yourself.